We stand ready to work with Republicans to find a bipartisan compromise, and the ball's in their court.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, but Majority Leader John Thune says Democrats are holding Americans hostage.
To try and get a laundry list, a wish list, a Christmas list of their left-wing priorities attached, in their case, to a 4-week continuing resolution. Ours is 7 weeks.
Thune says talks on policy differences should be separate. The Senate will take up both short-term spending bills. Transportation officials say if there is a shutdown, 11,000 FAA employees will be furloughed and that air traffic controllers will keep working but will not be paid. A federal judge in Massachusetts finds the Trump administration went too far with a crackdown on campus protests over the war in Gaza. The ruling says efforts to deport non-citizen protesters were unconstitutional.
U.S. District Judge William Young, a federal appointee of President Reagan, ruled so-called ideological deportations are a violation of the First Amendment. Judge Young sided with lawyers for a group of university associations who argued that immigrants' lawful political speech was targeted, and it creates fear in non-citizens who attend schools. Attorneys for the Trump administration say no policy to revoke visas exists based on political speech, and that the government is just enforcing immigration law.
Fox's Gernal Scott, no word yet on an appeal. A federal judge in Rhode Island just blocking the administration from cutting counterterrorism grant funds for Democrat-led states. It's a temporary block as a legal fight continues over so-called sanctuary jurisdictions. A late turnaround on Wall Street. The Dow up 81 points at the bell to a new record close. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The Trump administration is suing a California Sheriff's Department over gun permits.
The Department of Justice accusing the LA County Sheriff's Department of violating Second Amendment rights by moving too slowly to process gun licenses for Californians who want to carry concealed weapons. In the lawsuit, the DOJ alleges the Sheriff's Department only approved 2 concealed carry permits out of more than 8,000 new applications and renewals over the course of 15 months, and claims the department waits an average of 281 days to start processing applications, violating a California law requiring initial reviews within 90 days. The DOJ is asking for a permanent injunction requiring the Sheriff's Department to issue those licenses more quickly.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. 2 real estate websites are being sued by the Federal Trade Commission. Zillow and Redfin accused of violating antitrust laws with an illegal agreement to suppress competition. The FTC says Zillow paid Redfin $100 million to stop competing against it in online listings for apartments to rent. No word yet of a response from the companies. An iconic wrestler sets the date for his exit.
John Cena is stepping into the ring for the last time this December after a year-long farewell tour that included WrestleMania 41 and SummerSlam. The WWE legend will close out his career by headlining Saturday night's main event on December 13th at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. The match will stream exclusively on Peacock, though his opponent hasn't been announced. Cena, a 17-time world champion who surprised fans last summer when he announced his retirement, signed to the WWE in 2001. He became one of the company's biggest superstars before scaling back to part-time in 2018 to focus on acting, starring in films like Blockers, The Suicide Squad, and the HBO Max series Peacemaker. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Just getting word Oscar winner Nicole Kidman has filed for divorce from country star Keith Urban after 19 years of marriage. And Lisa Brady, Fox News.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Can we just calm down on the field rushing?
Like, we rushed the field after every
Who
win
had the big
at
one?
this point.
Was it Virginia Tech that had the big one? That
Well,
like,
that
Virginia.
was...
Oh, it's Virginia.
Yeah, they almost
yeah.
killed Florida State, the team.
What the heck are you doing?
That was kind of cool. And that game deserved a field rush.
Okay.
I would like it if we could just start pretending like, yeah, we won.
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains?
There were years where Illinois had no chance to rush the field that bad.
Back in '82, I used to be able to throw a pigskin quarter mile.
Then there were other years where they were very anti-rush the field as a school. And so just to have fans excited for me, I'm like, sure, at this
whatever.
point, like let's do it. So,
Yeah.
but yes, the standards seem to have been raised. I understand that. We're better.
Standards have been
We're
raised
better.
on field.
So we beat Ohio State, who's
it's
currently
been
number
raised.
3 in the number 1 in the country.
Yep.
We rush the field.
Yeah, we can rush the field.
Okay, got you.
That one's okay.
There's a certain standard,
That's okay.
right?
Yeah. If we beat Rutgers, let's stay in the standings.
Maybe if we keep the Uncle Ricos off the field.
Coach would have put me in the fourth quarter. We'd have been state champions, no doubt. No doubt in my mind. You better believe things have been different. I'd have gone pro.
Right, this keep the students. Can we do? Is that okay? Because you get to some point, you're just going to hurt yourself if you try to rush the field.
One way to sum that up, Mean Gene. What a rush!
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. What a rush, brother.
What a rush.
How are you feeling today, sir?
Hey, it's a good day. Sun's shining.
Mm-hmm.
The fans are on.
Oh, it does feel nice when we get the fans on in the studio.
Yeah, and we got Cubs playoff baseball.
Yeah, Cubs Padres, game 1 of the wild card series. You can catch that on our sister station, the entire series and all Cubs postseason baseball on US 105.9. We are the flagship for St. Louis Cardinals baseball in East Central Illinois, and a lot of change in the air with the Redbirds, sir. And we didn't get to it yesterday, Mosaic's farewell presser. But what I want to do with this first segment, because every once in a while we get accused, you and I, of just being biased towards the Cubs. As you sit there in your Cubs jersey and your Cubs T-shirt.
Who, me?
And your Fly the W coffee mug. No, what? I wanted to do was give the Redbirds fans that space to just vent, to kind of say what they thought about Mo's farewell yesterday. Chaim Bloom gets introduced today. He said a lot. I put together basically a highlight package of that. It's a few minutes long. And also the DeWitts, who addressed fans' disappointment and also the poor attendance down the stretch for the Cardinals. And I think it's DeWitt the third, number 3, who said, if that was the message, well, then message received. That was my favorite quote out of all of it, because it was an honest one, like, okay, we get it. And no matter what, fans are always going to speak with their pocketbooks when there's something poor on the field. Just how it's going to go.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to open up the text line for the Redbirds to just Redbirds fans to get it out also.
This is for you guys.
Yeah. And our guy, Ty in Assumption, thank you, Ty, for this on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. I see what you did there with What a Rush and Rush's Tom Sawyer on the intro. Good stuff. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm a Road Warriors fan. As far as WWF goes, WWE, greatest tag team of all time, okay, the Road Warriors. So
yeah, they're up there.
They're up there.
They're up there for me, yeah.
I can tell that you are so focused on Cubs baseball right
no,
now.
I just, no.
Like, I can see in your eyes, like, just shut up and let's talk Cubs. Like, that's it.
No. It's I know we're gonna listen to Mosaic and Witty's.
Mm-hmm. The Wits
remarks.
The DeWitts.
And so I'm preparing myself for that, and I want to give our people the space to kind of lead this segment if they want. What are your thoughts on it? And I'm not going to watch playoff baseball while we're listening to these highlight clips.
You are not going to do that. You're going to do
I'm
your
going to listen
job.
intently.
Yes, you are going to be present. As the therapist once said to me, you're going to be present.
Yeah, and I think that I can't say they're my favorite tag team of all time, but they're in my top.
They're in the team photo.
4.
Are they on the Mount Rushmore of
They
your
are.
favorite
There you
tag
go.
teams?
There you go. All right.
All right. Well, here's what I want to start with. I want to start because we didn't get to do this yesterday. Yesterday was the Jay Lehman show here on The Drive, and we were all Illini football. So we didn't get into Moselak's farewell. So this is about a minute and a half, some of the highlights. Cardinals fans, what's his legacy? How does he leave it behind in your minds? And just let us know. 217-359-2255. Give this a listen.
Bill always had us thinking about drafting and development. And I think over the 30 years, I think we did a pretty good job at that. And now it's what more can you squeeze out of that orange as you try to get more on the margins. And I think you look at teams right now that are successful that aren't large market teams, i.e. Milwaukee, they're doing a really good job at that. And that's what we need to replicate. You know, if you're looking at hindsight, would it have been smarter to try to trade some of the players that we ended up trading in the offseason? But we wanted to give our fan base some level of hope. We wanted to try to see if a couple guys did click and get hot. And, you know, unfortunately, we did come up short. You know, when you get an opportunity to play every day, the goal is, can you produce, can you post? And if you can do those two things, you can be in this game a long time. But if you're not doing those two things, things can be difficult for you. And I think our players learned a lot from that this year. We've had a couple strong drafts, which is certainly going to be helpful. I think our international department has done yeoman's work, and I think you'll start to see some of those returns in the future. So, you know, net, I feel like our system's in a pretty good spot. So I would be optimistic. You know, I took a lot of pride in us being successful, took a lot of pride in us trying to be innovative and creative throughout the years. And were we 100% perfect? No. We made mistakes. We recognize that. But there is something to be said. If you're not making mistakes, you might not be trying. So, you know, overall, when I look back at these last 18 years or the 30 years, I do it with great pride.
That is from John Moselak's farewell presser yesterday. Cardinals fans, 217-359-2255. Give us your feedback on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. In particular, he talks about that little clip in there about, well, hindsight's easy to be 2020. Should we have traded? Should we have blah, blah, blah? And there was a loud contingency of Cardinals fans that were just, do something. Whatever that is, do something, Mo. Whether you're buying or selling, do something. And they did nothing.
Which is beautiful, paired with the quote that said, well, if you're not making mistakes, you're not trying. So you did nothing, you made a mistake, and then tried to convince us that you were trying, and that's what the mistakes came from.
Well,
I
hear you. I hear you.
There was a whole lot in that of, hey, we're okay. Wasn't what we wanted it to be, but look at the future.
He's not gonna, he's not gonna leave. Mo is not gonna leave by crapping on the future of the Cardinals. The idea is to portray it as though he's leaving it better than he found it. Now that's going to be up to Chaim Bloom for the next decade, right? Or however long he'll be in the seat. That's the thought is he's going to be there a long time because of how long Mo is there. That's the expectation.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into his presser from earlier today. The whole thing, I believe you can find it on the ESPN section of 93, or the ESPN 93.5 section of StevieJ.com from Bloom's presser. But the texts are rolling in at 217-359-2255. Ty, our guy in Assumption, as a Cards fan, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty checked out. I pay attention to some playoff baseball, but I'm 98% in the football mode these days. That's fair. 217 has chimed in with a couple of texts. Just think, if the Cubs find a way to win it all this year, they only have 7 more to go to equal the Redbirds, but they're getting up there. Thank you for that. But that speaks to the success that Mo had, right? I mean, in the organization 3-4 decades. I mean, it's
sure.
You couldn't care less.
I just, listen.
You are such a hater,
Well,
man.
no, I'm not a hater. It's just, okay, so I think a lot of people who talk about the Cardinals World Series, 7 more to get to where the Redbirds are the same people that look at Indiana basketball and are like, dude, you got dust on your banners. Like, what do you mean the 90% of the people in that stadium weren't alive when they won their last national championship? So Hey, who's got the most recent one?
Heath on the Max Twin City Recycling text line talking about as much as he enjoyed it, the legacy here on the drive with our friends Lawn and Pipes. They were often accused of not giving Cubs fans the time of day. He says, so I suppose this is fair. By the way, I told you that the Cardinals would help the Cubs get back on track. Thank you for that as well, Heath.
Still yet to be seen.
Now, this is the one that really sticks out to me. It's from Scott and Terre Haute. Mo took over a golden goose, but when La Russa left, he got total control, and it took him a decade with an old owner to run it into the ground. Mo is a clown, and never want to hear from him. Never want to hear his voice again.
Whew. All right, there you go.
Tell me how you feel, brother.
See you, Mo.
217-359-2255. Now, that was from yesterday with Mo. Keep those texts coming if you want to vent about Mo. We are your vessel for that today.
Yeah.
Before we get into the stuff from Heimblum, before he was introduced, the DeWitts, they talked a little bit. And here is what I'm going to separate the clips. They're short. DeWitt Jr. said about Cardinals fans' disappointment this year.
And none of us were happy with the results we've had. You know, our goal is always to get into the playoffs. So, and we've done it for many, many years. So our goals have been reached a great majority of the time. We're not there now, and we haven't been for a couple of years. So, you know, I understand their frustration. They love the Cardinals. They love the Cardinals winning, and you know, as I said, we have a history of winning, and we're going to make every effort to get back to that.
Now, here's numero tres DeWitt for you, sir.
We've all seen it. The numbers are down, and it's something that we're not happy about. If to the extent that that's a message, the message has been received.
And that was in regards to the low attendance down the stretch. And I joked with Lon earlier in the summer where he would be like, you know what? There's nobody there. It's a random Tuesday. I'm thinking about it. Tickets are like X amount of dollars. That's I got that in my wallet right now. I think I might go down there. You know, I think they've earned the right for me to spend $20 on this extra cheap ticket so they can get. And then he came back here and was just fuming because of the product that he had seen on the field. I heard a lot of that from my friends that are Cardinals fans this year. A lot. And I always, look, I will never, ever act like I know the ins and outs of that family and that ownership like I do other organizations that I root for. I don't. But what I can say is that the hallmark for the Cardinals for the longest time has been an incredible farm system.
Mm-hmm.
That has been a staple. We talk about, from Cardinals fans, the winning way, the Cardinals way, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That starts with a farm system that has been almost untouchable for a long time.
Yeah.
That's something that Bloom really talked about this morning, about what they're going to be looking at. And I don't know if there's an expectation on a turnaround, but like, as Cubs fans, we have been in this scenario plenty of times. So when you have sat through a presser or whatever that means, let's just look at like the Bears, how many times they've had to tear it down to build it back over the last 30 years, right? What is your expectation, just as a fan of a team, for a turnaround? What do you want to see?
Well, to your point, I remember, you know, as a Cubs fan, it felt like for years some random person would come up in the Cubs-Cards series in the Cardinals dugout and be like, who the heck is this guy? And then would go off for some record year, would win the game for them. And you're like, just some random dude out of their farm system that was just awesome. But I understand when you are starting something fresh, starting something new, when you're trying to give some guy his flowers because he's been there for quite a long time and you don't want to, you know, kick his grave on the way out. I understand you have some level of what you might call coach speak. You have some level of, hey, listen, we're giving this everything we got. You know, we're also disappointed in the results, but we're really encouraged by what's coming forward. At the end of the day, it is just like, you got to prove it to me. And at this point, there is nothing in that room that is any sort of proof of, hey, I trust that you're going to figure this out.
I lost the text. Someone hit us up on the text line and said, same old stuff from the Cardinals. At least that's how they felt.
Same old.
Same old, at least over the last few years in regards.
Well,
I think they were talking specifically about Mo, but it was the same old from the DeWitts and management. Yep. Okay.
It's like someone went back and pulled all of the Chicago Bears like Instagram or Twitter posts for every new coach, and it's all new era in Chicago, new era in Chicago. And you have more eras than Taylor Swift, is what someone said. Like, It's like nobody went through the socials and was like, did we just post the exact same thing 4 times in a row for the 4 head coaches that we've fired and hired and fired and hired?
Oh, my God.
And at some point, it's just like, you can say everything you want to say. There's nothing that I'm going to see in this room that is going to convince me one way or another. You just got to win baseball games.
217-359-2255. Chad chiming in. I'm glad he's gone. I feel confident when Jeff left to the Astros and Mo and staff tried to steal his secrets and files, show me how much talent Mo really had at drafting. It appears the real brains of the Cards organization was Jeff, especially just seeing what the Astros did compared to the Cards the last 10 years. Good riddance to Mo. Don't let the door hit you in that A double crooked letter on the way out. Thank you for that, Chat. No, I mean, that's completely fair, and I've seen a lot of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into a break and just letting Cardinals fans vent as the year, here we are at the end of September, day 1 of postseason baseball, I do want to play Bloom's intro. Now, this is, he had a long presser today. So this is about 3 minutes, and just, again, sort of the highlights. It all kind of goes together. Want to get your feedback, and we'll carry this on throughout the hour at 217-359-2255. Here you go.
Thank you for your insights, for your sense of humor, and for so generously sharing the perspective you gained during 30 years of dedication to the Cardinals. What a legacy you've left, and the impact you've had on the people around you and on the organization. I feel fortunate that our baseball lives have intersected in this unique way, and I will treasure the time that I got to work with you. This organization, at its best, sets the standard for the rest of baseball. That's what set this organization apart for 100 years. Going back to when Branch Rickey literally invented the farm system a short walk from where we're sitting here today. To when George Kissel revolutionized how the game was taught. To when Whitey Herzog went all in on a style of play that set the tone for the sport for a decade. And to when, under the DeWitt family's leadership, this organization, including many people who are here, changed the way the industry thought about the amateur draft and about how to use information to make baseball decisions. That's our legacy here. That's who we are at our best. We set the standard. We are not where we want to be. We are not where we need to be. We are not where our fans expect us to be. And we are not where we expect ourselves to be. Our goal is to field a team every year that can compete for this division and for a World Series championship. We have to be elite at acquiring and developing baseball talent in every aspect. That means our process in both the domestic amateur draft and the international amateur system. That means how we assess and value players in other organizations, and our own players too. It means how we develop our players physically, how we teach them the game, how we train them in the gym and on the field, how we take care of them in the training room, how we feed them, how we help them stay sharp mentally. It means how we coach at the big league level, how we get the most out of our major league players. It means how we prepare and game plan every night, how we hire and develop our staff. And it means how we leverage information in every area and how we innovate. We can be good, but we can never be good enough. In this competitive business, the front of the line is always moving. And it takes trust to work together, to communicate well, to have each other's backs, and to hold each other accountable. That's the standard that our fans hold us to as well. And that's what they deserve. A hardworking organization that does things the right way and is never satisfied. We have good talent here. And, there's nothing we should concede heading into 2026. We just need to make sure that the things we actually do and the roadmap that we follow is geared towards that bigger goal. We have talent here. We have more talent coming. And we have some of the makings of that core, but we need more. And so our top priority will be to build our talent base for the long term. That may mean hard decisions and short-term sacrifices, but to get where we want to go, we can't take shortcuts, and we won't. The most important thing we need to do, in free agency or any arena, is just make sure that the things we're pursuing actually make sense for what we're trying to build and what we're trying to build towards. So, I never like to take ourselves out of any opportunities. I just think, you always want to be able to be opportunistic, but we want to make sure those things line up with what we're actually shooting for.
That is from today's presser with Chaim Bloom. 217-359-2255 is your number on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. A lot of positive stuff in there for Cardinals fans, but you're not going to get the blueprint just yet. It's coming. And I think the first thing will be who's managing the team in 2026. I mean, we've all heard the rumors about what fans would like, and that involves Yadier Molina. We'll see if that actually happens. Kudos to my guy Heath. He's calling you out here, sir, on the text line. And I got to tell you, I might agree with him, though.
Okay, let's talk about it.
He says, by the way, Evan, the Cardinals had the best record in baseball in 04 and 05. They were in the World Series in 04, won in 06, won in 11, were in it again in 2013. I remember all this. So the only people that weren't in the stadium, in air quotes, are less than 12 years old, not exactly as ancient history as you are portraying.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Listen,
yeah, let me put the camera on. It's your turn.
I respect that. As literally we're watching and Seiya hits a home run.
Stop it.
I'm just saying. Listen, I get that. I'm not trying to compare. That was probably a poor comparison, the Cardinals to Indiana, because someone else texted, I love whoever 502 is. This 502 texter has literally sent 2 texts in the history of this show. And the first one was, how should we prepare for Y2K?
I think that one came in just like a minute ago.
Yeah, and the second one is, who is Evan's all-time favorite Indiana basketball player?
502.
So I don't know what's going on here. Luke Goody, by the way.
There you go.
And so, yes, I'm not trying to compare the dust to Indiana. I shouldn't have said that. That was mean of me. Shouldn't have said that. However, I will say, in the last decade of baseball, St. Louis has literally played 500 ball. So you can bring up 2004, 2005. Guess what? If you were born in 2004, you've graduated college. And so we had freshmen, students in college last night who were born in 2007 in our group last night.
It's weird. I don't like that at all.
So, it's not like that's recent. In the age of sports, this isn't like this would be an interesting conversation for us to have of the length of time in the age of social media. Because 20 years ago in sports feels like forever ago now that we're surrounded by social media.
Oh,
But 20 years ago is like, hey, in 1990, in the 70s, we were great. It doesn't feel that long ago.
To that point, so that's big picture stuff. Now you're talking about an entire generation of people that can grow up with this nostalgic thing because literally everything is online. Your celebrations of the Cardinals winning any of those World Series that Heath mentioned, that the pictures are there of you celebrating with your buddies on Facebook or something along those lines as well. So that stuff, yeah. Also, got to confirm that this came out today that it was Oliver Marmol is going to play. He's going to stay one more year. So no new manager next year for the Cardinals. Oof. That's
well, and that's what we're saying. Are they taking their time to try and get their feet under them to figure out what's next, or
We're doing a show.
We are doing a show.
Don't care about what's happening.
We got another home run for the Cubbies. Okay, here's the thing. And Lindy says it's don't be the kid who hits a home run and bat flips when they're losing by 15. I'm not doing that. I'm the kid who bat flips as we're in the playoffs. That's all I'm doing. So here's the thing. I love it. I love it. Why would you start? It feels like another throwaway year.
Well, that's why I'm
like
really
we're
surprised.
just taking another year to just do nothing.
Yeah, I mean I hate comparing stuff to the Bears, but that feels very Bears to me. Like if you're going to tear it down, tear it the hell down and build it back. Clean it out. I don't understand that move at all. In fact, as a Cubs fan, I think there's a level of excitement to a guy like Yadier Molina, who just tormented you and your organization, right, for 15 years, and then finding that role as a manager. That is an interesting plot twist in the history of Cubs-Cardinals rivalry. I kind of love that.
It is.
Tying assumption, I love this comparison. He says on the text line, would it be more accurate to compare the Cardinals to the Pittsburgh Steelers? Maybe. Maybe. There's a lot of championships there between those two organizations.
There are. I do think I'd have to think about that because Tomlin is still one of the NFL greats, I think.
Oh, my goodness. Yes,
and so I think maybe management-wise, it's just that the Steelers have had better coaching. So organization-wise, I could see that where the GMs, the heads of the organization, the owners are not really doing much, and the teams themselves are just kind of floundering, doing as much as they can on their own.
Yeah.
I could see that, but Mike Tomlin is just such a good coach that they still make the playoffs and are above 500. But yeah, I could say, listen, I'm not the type of Cubs fan that actually loves the Cardinals being bad. I want the Cardinals to be really good because I want the Cubs-Cards series to
matter.
Not even just to matter, but I want them to be interesting. And they're always interesting, but I'm not sitting here saying I want the Cardinals to win 20 games a year. I don't want them to become the new Colorado Rockies. Like, I want them to be a good organization so that when we go toe-to-toe, first of all, we can kick the Brewers to the curb and just say, forget the Brewers. And the Cubs and Cards can be back where they're supposed to be at the top of the NL Central. And I say where they're supposed to be. The Cubs aren't really historically ever up there, but but the Cards can be back where they're supposed to be, where the Cubs are trying to be right now consistently, and we can have a great rivalry series. That's what I want.
I think a couple of things. I'm going to backtrack to Chad's text on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. As someone on the outside, Lunau was always the guy to me. Like, seriously, just one of the smartest minds in baseball. So I really do tend to agree with the things that he said. Oh, are you laughing at Scott's text?
I am. Scott, I can tell you right now, that's not true. Because
Scott in Terre Haute says, Evan,
we don't have to read that one.
No, I'm reading it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to read that one. I mean, some of them are a little wacky. If we're going to react, if we're going to laugh at it, might as well read it. Here's what I'm saying is I want both teams to be good so that when the Cubs pound the Cardinals into the ground, it's not just, we beat the Sisters of the Poor. We actually beat a real baseball club. That's what I want to happen. Sisters of the Poor. There's a pull for it. We are way overdue for a break. It's exactly what I hoped would be on the text line. I wanted to give that space to Cardinals fans at 217-359-2255, and we'll continue to do that. There's a lot to get to. By the way, in case you missed it, here's something pretty cool locally. The head coach of the Fighting Illini football team, Brett Bielema, you might know him, heard of him. He joined our station earlier today, and it was quite a conversation. We've got that for you next on The Drive.
In 1925, a small plumbing company began its journey in Urbana, Illinois. Over the decades, the business grew thanks to hard work and great people. In 1966, things changed when Dave Reichard, a veteran, met veteran Ken Asklin, who was an architectural engineering grad from Illinois. The two realized their shared vision for excellence. Their partnership took root, and in 1975, the name changed to A&R Mechanical. With Dave as president and Ken as vice president, A&R Mechanical expanded services, becoming the go-to full-service contractor for all of Central Illinois. A&R went from a plumbing-only contractor to a full-service mechanical contractor with their own sheet metal shop. Today, A&R is a plumbing, heating, ventilation service company with the same excellence in customer service as they provided nearly 100 years ago. Design, build, and maintain. That's what served A&R Mechanical for nearly 100 years. Find them at Lincoln and Kettering in Urbana or online at ar-mech.com.
Your next adventure starts right here. Fly Champaign-Urbana and skip the long drive to bigger airports. With American Airlines flights through Dallas and Chicago, you're connected to coastlines, cruises, and global escapes. With connections to over 200 destinations, from here, the world is within reach. Fly Champaign-Urbana, Willard Airport, because the best trips start closer to home.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center. Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. We opened up the hour kind of putting a bow on the season for Cardinals baseball here on ESPN 93.5. 217 chiming in. Almost every year, the last 10 years, the Cards have been way above 500. 2 seasons below, 1 right around 500. All else were 10 or more wins above. Fans just have very high expectations. Made the playoffs 5 out of the last 10 years this past decade. He's right. Cardinals fans have incredibly high expectations.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain fan bases that just do. Yankees come to mind, but then again, they buy their way into everything. That's a whole other soapbox I could get on. I don't feel that way about the Cardinals. That is a significant difference.
So in the
from
last
those organizations,
in the last 10 years, the Cardinals are 794 and 727.
That's pretty good.
So they're 60 games over 500 in 10 years.
That's pretty good.
Okay,
bad.
so what you're saying is made playoffs 5 out of the last 10 years this past decade. So we're doing good. What are we all upset about? If that's who we are as an organization, we're fine.
We gotta be kinder as people, don't we? Shouldn't we be nicer to each other?
No.
Well, you know, yeah, maybe
I'm just
not.
saying you're 60. What is that? 67. I'm not good at math, but
you don't math.
You're like 60 something games above 500 over 10 years, and that's just not who the Cardinals are supposed to be. I don't even think that's high expectations. I think this club as an organization, you should not be making the playoffs 5 out of 10 years. You should be making the playoffs 8, 9 out of 10 years. That's who the Cardinals are. You're the greatest fans in baseball. You're the greatest fans in baseball, and you need an organization that matches who you are as fans. So it's not even about, what we've done over the last 10 years, except for the fact that it has not been up to par.
You know who is matching fans' expectations right now? You know who's doing that?
Is it the?
It would be Fighting Illini head coach Brett Bielema. I don't know who the good. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything about the good. No, we're going Bielema mode right now, baby.
Let's go.
And is there anybody riding higher right now than Coach Brett Bielema? You talk about picking a team up off the mat and what they did on Saturday. Pretty awesome stuff, right?
Yes.
Illini fans have a lot to be excited about.
Let's all be friends again.
Yes, sir. Let's be friends again. And we had the opportunity to have Brett Bielema on this very station earlier today with Stevie and Diane. Great conversation. Want to make sure, if you missed it, I want to make sure you hear it in its entirety. Check this out. Brett Bielema on ESPN 93.5.
He is the head football coach at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. His name is Brett Bielema. First time we ever talked, I said, is it Bielema or Bilma? And you said it's Bielema. But everybody calls you everything, but you don't care as long as they call you, right? I mean, it doesn't matter, right?
As long as we call us a winner on Saturdays, that's all I really
That's it. Okay, so I got to go back a week because Stevie J came out that Monday after Indiana, and I was, that kind of thing. And then I listened to what you said. I watched the film, and it wasn't that bad. And I'm going, hold on, what do you mean? You were saying it's fixable. Then I heard you talk about that. And then last Friday, I came on the air and I said, here's what's going to happen tomorrow. Illinois is going to play an excellent game. The crowd's going to be phenomenal. But I don't know if we're going to win because USC's ridiculously athletic. Boom. I said it's based on character. I believe this team has character rebound. And, Brett, you've got a team full of character, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited about this group. Obviously, we've had 5 opportunities. They've came out successful in 4 and lost 1, and it's part of the process. The thing that we always say to our guys, right, like this journey is us, right? No no one lives it but the team of 2025. We had guys coming back from last year. I know there'll be transition in next year. We just got to embrace this year for what it is, and I like the way our guys have responded to this point. We obviously got a tremendous challenge this week.
You do, but just the fact that you came back 5 days. How did that I mean, the line to me, everybody asks you about the line. It was fantastic Saturday. Wow. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was really, I knew that we were going to have a good crowd. Obviously the thing that, we've really been able to do here since our arrival is just kind of build this thing to where we are today, to have a season ticket holders sell out, first time in 20 years. We had two ranked teams at home for a homecoming game. Was absolutely awesome to bring USC in here. It's been a while since they'd been here, and I believe we hadn't had any success against them to this point. So to get a W in front of the home crowd, homecoming. I know homecoming means a lot to the fan base that's coming back, and there's special things. It's more than just a win. It's creating a memory. To go out and my wife and I, we had our girls at the game. We went and did media and got a chance to say hello to some people, but then we went out in the parking lot and was with our staff a little bit, but then my wife and I went over to some friends of ours that are out in the community. My daughters are involved in dance, and then we went to a genuine tailgate with real people that are just there being fans, and it was absolutely awesome to share a couple hours with them and have some fun.
I mean, let's think Brett Bielema 10 years ago. You're a dude coaching, you're big time, you're making a lot of money, you're single, you're playing golf every day. Your life has gotten so much better, I bet, with the addition of Jen, Briella, and Brexley. I mean, you have these beautiful women in your life. What is that like?
I don't know who you've been talking to, but yeah, my life is a little bit different with a wife and two beautiful daughters. But I've really enjoyed this. My 17th year as a head coach, and the part that I've really enjoyed is every day is a learning experience. Mondays and Fridays I try to come into work early so I can get home and take my kids to school, and just a 10-minute car ride with those guys to hear them say things and do things. It's just absolutely awesome. It's a really good recourse. It allows me to set my track a little bit better. And to my wife and I mean, she does so many great things. Even Saturday, with 11 a.m. kickoff. I think the first dance was at 9. She took one kid, put my youngest Brexley, brought her to the stadium, dropped her off to my mother-in-law. So she went and got Briella, and then her and Briella were able to get there for the start of the third quarter, and then to get to be with them on the field after the game and to enjoy that celebration. It's really cool.
It's you're beaming the whole time you have those kids. It's just really a cool human side. Did I hear you say Luke Altmaier was 8-3 in the last minute of a game? That many wins? Is that true?
Well, I think one of the things that's been crazy, since he's been here, we've been 11-4 in one-score games.
Wow!
And in 8 of those 11 games, you had to come down to either the last minute or overtime. And one of my favorite meetings of the whole week is Wednesday and Fridays. I get a bunch of meetings every day, but Wednesdays and Fridays, myself and Art Sikowski sit down with our top 3 quarterbacks, Ethan, Carson Boyd, and Luke, and we kind of go through. Wednesdays early down and third downs and pressures that go along with it. And then on Fridays we do end of half, end of game situational football. And it's kind of a cool meeting because we let the players lead it, and we kind of, I tell them what I think I've seen. Art and I go in that meeting. We've never sat down and talked about what's going to be said in that meeting, so we can kind of react to it live action. And the confidence that Luke speaks to on Fridays about end of half, end of game is really, really pretty special to watch. And then you guys get to witness it on Saturdays.
Well, having been around a long, long time and watched Illinois, when they scored and it was 32-31, Coach, the heritage and legends of Illinois football, we lose that game 99 times out of 100. We just do. You go down the field, 38 yards on rushing, and then you send your kicker out. You looked like you were calm as a cucumber. He said, no stress. You really believed he was going to make it.
One of the things I really believe, even obviously you and Diane do it every day on radio, whatever your job is, if you understand the moment you're in, you have worked through that moment, you've processed that moment, you can kind of just let your actions unfold in front of you. And listen, I have a kicker, David Alano, who from the first day I met him to where we are today, he was a junior in high school when I first came across him, and he's displayed nothing but confidence to me. There's nothing this kid doesn't think he can do. So I knew if we got it past the 40-yard line, we got it all the way down to the 25 almost, and to be honest, it should have been another first down. I don't know if it was a great spot,
bad spot.
But I knew if we got Luke the ball with 1:30 with a couple timeouts, he could get us down there. Didn't know how it was going to transpire. Obviously, we ran the ball really, really well. But it's fun to see practice come out into reality in front of you. We always say every day, practice habits become game day reality, and that's the stuff that's kind of fun to be a part of.
But that David Lano seems like a wonderful person. Just what he said about us three want to be the exclamation mark. You're the paragraph. I mean, wow, that was impressive.
Yeah,
it really was.
So, and what he even cited the official author. So his education here at Illinois is coming through even in the locker room. I love that. He did proper citation to Jason Tucker, another phenomenal kicker in the NFL, and it's just. Our kids, they listen to what we say, they digest what we believe in, and on the backside of it, there's going to come a day when Luke Altmaier isn't playing for me anymore, right? He's going to play in the NFL, and when that day comes, I would love to see him have that exact same moment in the NFL and have the exact same results, and I bet you he will, because his, even like, I saw Sidney Brown score a touchdown the other day. I've seen guys now playing in the NFL that we've had here in our past, and now they just have continued to do what we do. Into the NFL, and in the NFL, it's kind of different, right? Like you're coached and you're educated and you got a game plan, but a lot of times your preparation to details is a little bit in your hands, like how you've been trained, right? And it's an NFL, right? It's a professional organization that you're paid a lot of money to be successful, and they expect you to be prepared. So some of that foundation they have here with us is a really good carryover.
Brett Beamel's our guest. A few more minutes here. ESPN 93.5. You are such a PhD in what you do. Hearing you talk, Jason Epperson is deep in the Bible. I mean, we all know that. You're deep in football. I feel like I should say 0, flood right, 72, all go special, X shallow, cross, alert, check, swing. You know what that means. This language you guys speak, how do all the players learn all this? Because it isn't that easy.
Well, first of all, the call you just said I've never heard in my life, and we really do try to, I really believe that football has to be simple. So, for us defensively, all of our calls are pretty much one-word calls, right? So we might say a word, a color, a city, a state, a number, a weapon, and those all have certain meanings in our program, right? On offense, there's a little bit more words involved, but a lot of times it comes down to 1 or 2 word calls because those kids had to understand concepts. The days of saying, 8 to 10 words in a call, those have kind of gone by, at least in college football. The NFL, they still use it a little bit, but, we always say that, one of the things that's pretty cool is in our building, we pretty much all speak English, right? Like, I'm sure they take a couple Spanish classes and German. We got all these different things, but football is unique in that we all speak English, but the football we speak in our building is unique to us, right? So, what we say and preach and teach here at Illinois is what we believe in, and they can kind of take those same concepts and carry them forward wherever they go. But, the good news is we got a rivalry game, Cannon Trophy. We've been playing this game since 1890. It's the 101st anniversary game of this rivalry game. 101. Last year was 100, and we won it, got the W, so 101 is big, and to play it at Purdue is absolutely an awesome experience for our guys.
And it's always a rivalry, man. Doesn't matter who's doing what. It's always a tough game. Purdue's always been,
And, Coach, I think with the 11 a.m. kickoff, that's working out. That's what we got against Ohio State now.
Yeah, Diane. And then we actually had the same thing against Duke. It's 12 o'clock, just like it is for Purdue, because they're an hour ahead of us. But, we've had 3 11 o'clock games and have come out on the right end a couple times. So every game is what it is. I think if you look back at us last year, right, we were a 10-win team, did a lot of really good things, ranked pretty high at the end of the year, but it took everything in a bag of chips to get a win out here in a stadium overtime game against a team that only won 1 game last year, right? So this is, you take in rivalry games, you take the records, you throw them out the window. It's about who plays better on Saturday, who's able to perform during the course of the week and execute on game day that really matters.
Last thing, if Caden Fagan is running 20 miles an hour down the sideline and Stevie J is running 5 miles an hour, how would that look?
I was super excited for Caden. He's a guy that, has done a lot of individual rehab and commitment to his faith and a lot of really cool things. And then to have the battle-tested fumble, right, and then to come back and have that touchdown. I went back and forth with his mom on Sunday. His mom, Jen, is an incredibly awesome woman. And I said, hey, good to see him kind of have that second opportunity. And she made the comment how excited he was and confident he was after the game. So that might have been a little hurdle. Like as a team, we all had to overcome the Indiana hurdle. Like, I think that might have been something that Caden had to independently go through himself to get where he needs to be. Aiden Lawfrey, another local Central Illinois kid from Gibson City, is probably as good as he's been all year going into this weekend. So Hank Beatty from right up the road in Rochester and Springfield, to have these Central Illinois kids, to have your listeners and the kids they watch in high school now playing as well as they are for the University of Illinois is pretty awesome.
It is. Listen,
from Atwood.
We're proud of you, Coach. You're doing outstanding. You're the man. We're glad we have you till you retire at 72. It's awesome. Very exciting.
Yes.
Listen, it's good news. And
I appreciate it very much.
I've got it figured. I told you one time before, at age 68 with 8 wins a year, you're going to beat Robert Zupke.
Yes.
It's going to be pretty exciting. Can't wait to be there. Listen, way to go. Keep it going. We love our Illini, and we love Brett Bielema. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Have a great day, ILL.
I. Brett Bielema, ESPN 93.5.
And that was Coach Bielema earlier today with Stevie and Diane. Appreciate his time. Appreciate him joining ESPN 93.5. We have to get into a break. I know. It's crazy how that turns out. But our guy Big Def has something on the text line that kind of ties into some of the things that Coach Bielema was just talking about. So we'll do that as well. Plus, we've got lots of text rolling in about the Cardinals. Plenty more about the Cubs as well in there. Not as much about the Cubs, of course, right now. And I got a curveball for you, sir. That's what I think I might even call it a bit from now on, where I'm going to give you a curveball at least once a week.
It's what knocked me out of baseball.
Is that what a curveball is? That what hit you?
Yeah. Well, I couldn't hit it.
You couldn't hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll do that next on The Drive.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Kenono Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
At Good Vibes, our special teams are the installation guys. They use power tools and they know stuff.
In football, special teams are game changers because wild stuff happens on kickoff and punt returns. We shed blocks, create turnovers, and make clean tackles all at full speed.
Well, our guys mount TVs, cut in ceiling speakers, and configure complex wiring, but never at full speed. Our specialists are efficient because they're experienced but deliberate, so everything looks and performs properly.
Okay, I get the special teams. Does Good Vibes have linebackers too?
Our phone support has your back. People call up, my TV's broke or whatever. 4 out of 5 times we can walk you through a problem and fix it over the phone free. You don't get that from Team Amazon.
Any more angles to this football metaphor?
Sure, Mike's the quarterback. He hands off the product, and I'm the coach. And I'm proud to say our team won first place in the People's Choice Contest for the 5th straight year.
Not exactly the Rose Bowl, but not shabby.
In 1925, a small plumbing company began its journey in Urbana, Illinois. Over the decades, the business grew thanks to hard work and great people. In 1966, things changed when Dave Reichard, a veteran, met veteran Ken Asklin, who was an architectural engineering grad from Illinois. The two realized their shared vision for excellence. Their partnership took root, and in 1975, the name changed to A&R Mechanical. With Dave as president and Ken as vice president, A&R Mechanical expanded services, becoming the go-to full-service contractor for all of Central Illinois. A&R went from a plumbing-only contractor to a full-service mechanical contractor with their own sheet metal shop. Today, A&R is a plumbing, heating, ventilation service company with the same excellence in customer service as they provided nearly 100 years ago. Design, build, and maintain. That's what served A&R Mechanical for nearly 100 years. Find them at Lincoln and Kettering in Urbana or online at ar-mech.com.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has strived to provide high-quality care with a personal touch. To continue our mission of We Listen, We Care, we are seeking engaged team members who are focused on improving patient lives, adding value, and increasing capacity to better serve our growing community. Christie Clinic offers competitive pay, great benefits, and advancement opportunities. Come join our team. Visit ChristieClinic.com to view open positions and apply.
Join Salt and Light Thursday, October 23rd for our first annual Masquerade Ball. This year's theme is Cirque du Soleil and has everything from fire performers and aerialists to stilt walkers and contortionists, live music, and so much more. For one magical night, we'll stand together to change lives and transform our community with great food and drinks, music, whimsical entertainment, and a live and silent auction. Visit www.saltandlightministry.org and click the Masquerade tab for all the info.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less. Trinity Home Medical in Central Illinois has you covered. For 22 years, they've been your trusted source for medical support. Now they're excited to offer continuous glucose monitors. No more finger sticks. Get real-time glucose readings to avoid dangerous spikes and crashes. Most insulin-dependent diabetics qualify through insurance, and they handle everything: insurance processing, delivery, education, and support. Call Trinity Home Medical today at 877-663-0202 or visit trinityyhme.com.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Yes, sir. ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. It is The Drive. Big shout out and thank you once again to Fighting Illini head coach Brett Bielema for joining us. ESPN Radio 93.5, that is, earlier today with Stevie and Diane. Great conversation. If you missed that, we'll have it again for you in the 5 o'clock hour and wherever you get your podcasts. But Big Def texted in, our guy. We love Big Def. He knows ball. He texted on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. He said, I tried to draft some text about how this coaching staff aced my keys to the USC game, but I texted it to the Cardinals radio booth on Friday instead. Yeah, he had some long analysis, and it was really good stuff. He says, suffice to say, on offense, I'm as happy as I have ever been all year, and I hope Lunny and the staff really keep up what I saw. It felt like an upgraded version of how we ran offense with Tommy DeVito. I've been longing to see that since Luke announced he was coming here. That last section right there, you and I would agree.
Yeah.
That's a great point from Big Def on the text line. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Luke, as you said off the air, he makes throws that Tommy couldn't make.
Well, what was so good about that offense that year that Tommy was here was the fact that it was efficient. So it was an offense that didn't try to do too much that it wasn't supposed to do. It helps to have someone in the backfield like Chase Brown.
Sure.
So that when you get that ball moving like he was able to move it, and then you can run RPOs. And what they did with Tommy that was so beautiful was they made really easy, simple throws, and his short route accuracy.
Some of those intermediate throws.
Yeah. Even maybe a little bit shorter than intermediate, but it was perfect. Like if there was a slant, if there was a 5-yard out, if there was a hitch, Tommy was going to hit the spot no matter what.
Yeah, Tommy was great about finding those little seams in the flat. He was fantastic about that. I wish we were getting more of our guy Tommy Cutlets in the NFL right now, more than we are. But I really liked what Big Def said about what he's seen out of the offense right now with Lunny and Luke Altmaier. Agree. Big time.
So yeah, when you look at the offense that Tommy was running in those short and intermediate routes, you can now take that because of what Luke can do and Luke's talent and his accuracy, and you can extend that down the field 5 to 8 yards, which might not seem like a lot in the now, but over the course of a game,
oh my goodness,
like that completely changes the offense. It changes the game. I told someone today, Luke's ability to throw that 15-yard out route is one of the most beautiful things. If you see Hank lined up on the inside on the slot, and 2 wide receivers outside of him, you know that they're running fade post, and Luke's going to come underneath them in that 15-yard out, and it's going to be beautiful. And there's really no defending when Luke's on.
When he's and we talked about that yesterday with Jay Lehman. Both quarterbacks in that game dropping dimes that it was mind-boggling at times watching those young men throw the football and going, my goodness, it was incredible. Now, how many times, it feels like we see it a lot, but how many times have we seen Luke hit that sideline? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And find Hank, and just to your point, drag the toe. It's been a lot of fun to see, and you're seeing it at a much higher level than what we did with Tommy. So kudos, Big Def. Really appreciate that text. We do have to get to news in about 30 seconds, so I do want to point out one text real quick to you. Damn Cubs. It came in from the 217. That's all it said. Damn Cubs. And it is, if you're keeping track right now, 2-1 Cubbies over the Padres in the wild card round. You can find that game and that series, of course, on our sister station, US 105.9. We're due to get into news. When we come back, I got a curveball for you, sir.
I'll put the batting gloves on.
That's next on The Drive.
Last-ditch efforts on Capitol Hill. Elisa Brady, Fox News. The U.S. Senate set to hold test votes on short-term spending bills from Democrats and Republicans that would avoid a government shutdown tonight. But neither is believed to have the 60 votes needed to advance.
Republicans have until midnight to cut the garbage and get serious with us about solving the health care crisis.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer blames Republicans for refusing to negotiate on policy differences. President Trump says Democrats want to fund left-wing priorities.
No country can afford to pay for illegal immigration, health care for everybody that comes into the country, and that's what they're insisting. And obviously I have an obligation to not accept that.
If a shutdown happens, some key government functions would continue, including air traffic control, though the FAA says they'd be temporarily unpaid and thousands of other employees will be furloughed. Change is coming in the U.S. military.
With top military leaders gathered at Quantico, Virginia, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says every military combat MOS and combat arms position will return to the highest male standard only.
At every level, either you can meet the standard, either you can do the job, either you are disciplined, fit, and trained, or you are out.
It's part of the sweeping changes announced by the Trump administration to make the military more lethal. Included is reducing restrictions on drill sergeants to, quote, ensure that future warfighters are forged.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. President Trump also part of that Quantico meeting, defending his deployment of the National Guard for a federal crime crackdown and saying he told Hegseth he should use American cities for military training. No word yet of Hamas responding to the new U.S. peace plan for Gaza, but multiple countries are supporting it, including Italy, where the prime minister is now urging an international aid flotilla to stop its mission, warning that efforts to breach an Israeli blockade could disrupt peace efforts. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
President Trump signing an executive order aimed at using artificial intelligence to boost childhood cancer research. Earlier, announcing a deal with Pfizer aimed at lowering the cost of hundreds of medications. Fox Business's Madison Allworth at the White House.
This is a promise that President Trump has been making, and now, as the White House likes to say, promise made, promise kept. Because yes, President Trump, along with the Pfizer CEO, made the big announcement that the pharma giant is going to offer their drugs here in the U.S. at the lowest prices, putting them in line with what people pay in other countries. Medicaid patients will get lower prices offered on a new website called TrumpRx.gov.
That part expected to kick in early next year. Today is the last day to get a Biden-era federal tax credit of $7,500 for buying a new electric vehicle. That deadline fueling a recent surge in sales.
146,000 EVs sold last month. But according to analyst Jessica Caldwell at Edmunds, that drunken buying binge could end with a big hangover.
After October 1st, I would say it's going to fall off, especially because there's been a lot of pull-ahead purchases. People that would have bought in October and November, December even, likely pulled ahead their purchases.
But there could be a way for Ford and GM to extend the benefits of the rebate. They could acquire any unsold EVs on dealer lots today and get that $7,500 credit, and then down the road pass it along to consumers who would lease a vehicle.
Fox Business's Jeff Flock. A longtime celebrity couple is splitting. Oscar winner Nicole Kidman filing for divorce from country star husband Keith Urban after 19 years of marriage. Separation had first been reported this week. Kidman's divorce petition citing marital difficulties and irreconcilable differences. New highs on Wall Street. The Dow up 81 points, finishing September with a record close, 46,397. The S&P up 27, NASDAQ up 68. And Lisa Brady, Fox News.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back into The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone.
Hello.
Been a lively one on the text line today. That's what we love. That's what we appreciate. 217-359-2255. It is the Max Twin City Recycling text line. And Heath chiming in. We were just talking about Luke Altmaier, Tommy DeVito. He says DeVito isn't playing much, but he's making that progressive money. Yeah, he is, baby. Yeah, he is.
When that commercial first came on, I jumped out of my seat.
Oh, it was
Tommy!
It was great.
That's Tommy!
I tweeted about it, and Progressive tweeted me right back, and they were doing the cut like the hand thing. That was the tweet I got back from Progressive Insurance on Twitter. So thank you for that. And there was a birthday. I wanted to mention it on Friday, but we were preempted by Cardinals Cubs here on ESPN. There was a birthday I wanted to mention to you, sir.
Yeah?
She might be, I'm going to guess, she has to be the oldest living baseball fan in the world right now. I'm guessing.
Okay.
Her name is Naomi Whitehead. She turned 115 on Friday and is a lifelong Braves fan.
Oh,
I know. Well,
not
here's
where
why,
I thought we were going.
Here's why. She was born in 1910 in Georgia, and she grew up on a farm picking cotton and tobacco. Her husband passed away in 79. She had 3 sons. They're all deceased. But she says she's never smoked or drank alcohol in her life, and she told reporters, "I'll live as long as the Lord lets me." And she takes a lot of solace and enjoyment in just watching baseball. It's one of the things she really enjoys. She's the oldest verifiable person in the United States. Now, originally, it was Sarah Noss. She passed away in 99. That woman was 119 years old and 97 days. And our girl Naomi, she's close to being the oldest person in the world. The oldest living person is Ethel. Great name for an old woman.
I could have guessed.
Ethel Caterham, and she lives in London. She turned 116 in August.
Oh, no thank you.
Ethel might be a fan of, what's that soccer team you like?
Swansea City. No, they're in Wales. Nobody in London.
Oh, well, she's got to be a Spurs fan then, like me, right?
Yeah, she could be.
She might be a Tottenham Spurs fan. Yeah, go Spurs. I can't tell you one thing about him, but that's
I was about to say.
Can't tell you a damn thing about him, but by God, go Tottenham. But I saw that story, and I was 115 years old, and it says that she still watches Braves baseball when she can.
Think about
all that she has seen, all the sports stuff she has seen. Just in general, everything in life that woman has seen, right?
Yeah. When I lived in Colorado, I had a friend that I worked with, and she was about 10 years older than me, and she had a great grandpa that was 109, something like that. And she was like, "I just want you to know this. When I was born, he was old." And I'm a full-grown human adult, and he's still old. Like, it's just like my entire life, this person has just been old. And that is 100 and what is 115?
You kind of sound like Sandler in was it Big Daddy? He was like, "Look at him, he's just so
He's
old.
just old
with his loose skin."
Oh, and what else?
His old nether regions.
He's got a 5-year plan. What is it? Don't die. Think about that. 115. So I'm about to turn 37.
Look at you.
And so
a baby.
When I was born, she was 75?
Something like that, yeah.
No,
it got to be older than that.
85.
Yeah.
No, that's 30.
Let's
Listen,
see.
not a math show, but
No.
you know, it's like
you're working on it. We'll get there eventually. I'm just going to keep like, yeah.
She was old. That's all I'm trying to say. When I was born, that's crazy.
115. Yeah. Grew up on picking cotton and tobacco on a small farm in Georgia.
I'm sure she did.
Mm-hmm. Quite an interesting. I saw that and I was like,
that is old.
And
she was alive when the Titanic sank.
Wait a minute. That's true.
That is true. I'm not joking.
Holy crap, that's true.
Yeah, that's what. That's
the
what
hamster.
I was
The reason I came across this story is because this past Friday was my mom's birthday as well. And I was kind of teasing Mom a little bit. I was like, "You're really old, Mom." Her. And it's like, I wonder who is the oldest woman or person alive right now. And
Okay.
like, well, there you go, Mom. You got Naomi beat, kind of thing. I joke with my mom all the time, and every once in a while she'll hit me back with a really good zinger. But I saw this story and I started reading about it. I was like, that's really what a life. That's really interesting to me, and it was really cool stuff.
I know. Yeah, you do. You think about like when she was born.
Mm-hmm.
You think about the technology that existed. She went from like no TVs.
Yeah.
No
no radio, sir. We're talking about like the earlier.
They had the radio.
Not
in
like
the
this. Not like not like Marconi. What we're talking about, and I know that name means nothing to you, but if you
Marconi,
do you know who Marconi was?
Yeah, his brother invented macaroni.
Oh, for God's sake! Marconi invented the radio as it is today, sir.
It is today. What does that mean?
They have awards. They're called the Marconi Awards. It's the biggest award you can get in radio.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I was trying to say here is that Naomi was literally from the advent of radio, television, like both world wars. To
having everything that exists in all of that in your pocket.
It's wild. It's wild.
To putting a person on the moon, allegedly.
Stop it.
I'm just kidding.
Jay Money says, Curtis, you're an old man, as I'm the same age. Thank you, Jay Money, on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. You know what? I feel it more and more.
Was that the curveball?
That was my curveball for you right there.
Wow.
I thought that'd be a nice little switch it up.
That was it.
You know what? I got some more curveballs I'm going to throw your way, sir. Some of them might be a little more lighthearted than that. Some of them might get you a little fired up.
You got me thinking last week with a curveball that my brain never stopped when you wrote something down. We never got into it, but you wrote something down about the worst fictional death.
Oh, yes. The fictional death you never got over.
That you couldn't get over.
Uh-huh. Oh, my goodness. Yes. We didn't do that. Well,
we didn't get into that. But I'm telling you, my brain started spinning at one point.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to get into it now, but I was like, man, there's a couple that I didn't realize I was still holding on to.
Ty in Assumption says, can we call the weekly bit where you throw Evan a curveballs from Curtis, or sliders to Stone? Maybe just Curtis's curveballs.
But the alliteration, Curtis's curveballs?
Yeah, Curtis's curveballs. And then I can have the voice guy, the voice guy that goes, ESPN Radio, The Drive with Curtis in it. Whatever. That starts the show, you know? I can have him do Curtis's curveballs.
I don't hate it.
Put an echo on curveballs.
That makes me think, because I said no thanks. She was a professional on the Oregon Trail.
Oh, come on now.
Kind of, you know?
What a great game, though.
That does, it makes me think, like, okay, 115. How old do you want to live?
That's a big question. That's one of those, like, heavy ones, you know? Well, just reading the bio and you go through, she had 3 sons. They're all gone. Her husband's been gone since 1979.
79?
Yeah. I mean, that is, I don't know, man. That's one of those blessing and curses things kind of thing. You know, you think about that. I used to hear, I don't want to go down a morbid, dark thing, but, like, I used to hear my dad say stuff all the time about worrying about living a long, long time and seeing all of his friends go kind of thing, and how that would, or other family members.
Yeah.
But then he would also say things like, you better hope that I go before your mother, because if she goes first, you're never going to get $1 from me, okay? So that was my old man, too. But,
that was it.
That
I know 100% I don't want to live to 100.
That'd be rough, man. I really do. I think that's kind of a scary prospect, because the odds of the people that you love and still be, but again, what a life you would lead, and the wisdom you would have, and the things you would see and be able to pass on to other people.
Maybe. I know some old dumb people.
Stop it.
You
do not. You don't know. First of all, I don't think you know any old people. I'm going to go on a limb. I don't think you know anybody that's elderly
I'm
whatsoever.
just saying it doesn't automatically. There was the one lady who was like 100 and something years old, and she was like, "My secret is I drink 1 Dr. Pepper every day."
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right, I'll do that. Say less."
One of my favorite characters ever. Did you ever see the movie Grumpy Old Men?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Burgess Meredith, and he's talking about. So he's Jack Lemmon's dad on the show or in the movie, and like, what's the secret to your health? In the morning, I eat bacon. At lunch, I eat bacon. For dinner, bacon. A whole damn plate full. It's
the bacon.
Well, actually, usually I drink my dinner. Great character. That's the kind of old folk I want to be. I want to be Burgess Meredith and Grumpy Old Men. If I'm lucky enough to get there.
I'm just saying, time being alive does not equal wisdom attained.
Okay, that's fair.
You know,
I don't want to get you on a soapbox. I just want to tell you about Naomi.
I do. My grandparents are still alive, and they are wonderfully wise.
I was waiting for you to be like, let me tell you, my grandparents. Idiots. That's why I thought you were going with it. I was like, hold on now.
No, they're super smart. My grandpa was Amish.
Really?
Yeah, until he was like 13 or so.
Just like I'm giving that up.
Well, I think his dad was like,
I'm giving.
We're out.
We're out. Okay,
we're out.
That's fair. 217-359-2255 is our number on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. We're having some fun, little curveball. Maybe that is going to be a thing. Ty and Assumption, Curtis's curveballs for Evan Stone. Maybe we'll do that every weekday or every week. We'll see. But one thing I do have to do real quick is I got to thank our friends at Busey, because without Busey, we don't get to do the drive. And tomorrow is day one of National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And it is scary to have to worry about your identity being stolen. Busey empowers you to take an active role in protecting your privacy. 17.5 million Americans are victims of identity theft every year. 2/3 are victims that reported a direct financial loss as a result. Criminals may open up credit cards, may apply for loans, or even rent an apartment in your good name. So what dangers do consumers face? Social engineering, hacking, data breach. How can you protect your finances? Busey has 4 tips to protect yourself online. Password protect your devices and use unique, complicated passwords for online accounts. Never, number 2, log into financial accounts or shop online using public Wi-Fi. Ensure home internet is password protected. Number 3, review your credit report annually and bank accounts regularly. Look for suspicious activity and errors that could signify identity theft. And number 4, with antivirus software, you can help detect and protect against cyber criminals. With constant changes in technology, there are always new risks. The best way to protect yourself is to be proactive. Busey wants you to be informed of any security issues, scams, or alerts that may impact you. Check out their blog, Money Matters, at Busey.com and stay informed. We got to catch a break, sir. Thanks again to our friends from Busey. Coming up in just a few, update on when we will be back at Pia's. Also, we're going to talk about how you can score tickets for that sold-out Illini game versus Ohio State. Hall of Fame weekend. Get to be a part of that. That's going to be a blast. And also, we can't look too far ahead because this weekend, of course, Illini football on the road taking on Purdue. And we've got a couple of guests jumping on with us this week to talk about that. So we'll talk Illini Purdue. We'll talk more next on The Drive.
Well, I tell you what, though, A&R has been such an amazing, impactful company. Your grandfather, your dad, you've all gone through stuff. And your secret is what, John?
Well, I mean, you have to trust that you're doing the right thing, first of all. And you got to surround yourself with good people. And I think over the years, we've had some really good people that have been part of A&R. And, you know, we owe a lot of our success, if not all of it, to those people.
Neil, you could say A&R has built a great part of Champaign-Urbana. It's about people. Can you explain the culture, why people would want to work at A&R?
We've had several families where we've gone even 3 generations. And these guys are long-term employees. They want to stay with us. And it's rewarding to know that they want to be with us. We have their backs. They have our backs. And that's a unique perspective, I think, from anybody this day and age.
I'm positive because you're such a solid company. A&R Mechanical, a thriving leader 100 years later.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained, low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to dedicated diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Looking for a roof you could count on? Call Freedom Roofing. Locally owned and proudly serving Central Illinois. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing or even siding, Freedom Roofing gets the job done right. With over 280 5-star Google reviews, you know you're working with a team you can trust. Quality work, honest prices, and service that stands tall, just like the flag we fly. Visit freedomchampaign.com today. Freedom Roofing, built on integrity, powered by pride.
Cunningham Children's Home Be a Hero 5K is coming up on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. at 1301 North Cunningham Avenue in Urbana. Open to runners and walkers of all skill levels, the 5K is a perfect event for families and friends. Participants who earn superhero status by fundraising at least $100 are given a special superhero cape they can choose to wear during the race. Registration is $30 per person. To register, sponsor, or volunteer for the Be a Hero 5K, visit cunningham.org.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. It's been a good one today, man. It's been a lot of fun. Brett Bielema on earlier. If you missed that chat that he had, that's coming up once again after 5. But I was looking at things for this weekend. Of course, the Illini head to Boilermaker country, taking on Purdue. And right
that's
now,
our cannon, baby.
Yeah. Want the cannon.
That's our cannon.
Give me that cannon. Give me the cannon. Illini right now, the money line minus 375. Purdue going at plus 295. I haven't seen the spread. I'm guessing it's a tutty.
It was, well, I don't know what it is today. Yesterday it was 9.5.
Woo!
I'm not sure.
I didn't see that
if
one.
It has moved at all.
So I'm not wrong. I said at least a tutty.
You said at least a tutty.
At least a tutty. There you go.
Right now on ESPN Bet, it's sitting at 9.5 with an over/under of 57.5.
What do you think about that number? That doesn't seem like. I kind of like that. I'm not totally against that for point. Like I'm not leaning under just yet at first hearing that.
I might be leaning under on that.
We'll see.
I know this, that Illinois is 4-1 against the spread this year. So
yeah.
I mean they're doing their part against the spread.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I'd have to pull out my notes. I believe they have hit the over in every game.
Sounds right. I'm not going to disagree with you there.
I'm not going to effort that right now, but
yeah, you don't need to. 217-359-2255 is your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Are you doing any more traveling for any games this year for the Illini, or are you just going to stay home? And when I say stay home, I mean go to Geese Memorial Stadium. That's what I mean.
I don't think originally Little Man and I were going to try and go to this game this weekend, but it is my daughter's birthday. So it is her 4th birthday.
Yeah.
So love the 11 a.m. kick because it's an afternoon. We're getting everyone together in the afternoon. So and my lovely, wonderful smart and bright. I was trying to save time.
She might smite you, sir.
And beautiful wife. Even if she's like, hey, we're gonna get everyone. We're gonna get our people together, and we're gonna have all the football games on. So I know people like to watch football.
Yeah.
And then we'll just have the kids hang out and have fun and play. And
you doing any special themes for your daughter's? Is it a Fornado birthday?
No,
not any themes at all.
No.
Anything special?
No. She's listen. My little girl is already the life of the party. We just show up and
just
she's good.
Turn her loose.
You know what? She is obsessed right now with. There's a movie on Netflix. It's called K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh my God! Yes, I know K-pop.
Do you know that one?
Yes, my twins introduced me to that movie a few months ago.
Oh,
and the songs are.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm
going to tell you right now. I don't think it's a hot take, but the movie itself, whatever, not that good. The soundtrack for that movie is incredible. It is so good.
They're very well written pop songs. Yes.
I found myself listening to several of those songs by myself in the car.
I'm waiting to hear them at Geese Memorial Stadium or at State Farm.
They were on Q96 last night as I'm leaving work, and
yeah.
Golden's playing on Q96.
Was it? Well, then it's charting. Then yeah, it's just a matter of time before you hear it in the stadium.
They're real songs. So
I really wouldn't be surprised to hear that.
She likes to sing. She likes to dance and do all that kind of stuff. So we'll probably have a lot of that.
Okay, that's good.
Everyone's invited. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but everyone's invited.
You hear that, Lindy? You're invited to the birthday party.
Yep. You just got to find it.
217-359-2255 is your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. That's also our number for the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. There was the injuries keep piling up in the NFL. We talked a lot Bears yesterday, right? I was looking at some of the injury reports that came out of that game between the Bears and the Raiders. That barn burner, that instant classic. To find out who is the best team in the NFL on Sunday. But then pretty gruesome one last night with Tyreek Hill. Did you see any of that on Monday night?
I'm going to be honest. I have intentionally I was not watching the game.
They weren't good games. I'm not even going to act like they were good games. I mean, you had one plus team out of the two games, and that was the Broncos. And
yeah.
That wasn't a great game where they just beat up on a Joe Burrow-less Bengals. But I just mean that it was instant what happened with Tyreek Hill. And I was watching that one live with the kiddos. And little man, right up with my son, he's like, "What happened, Daddy?" And I was like, and I couldn't put together words. I was just, it's bad. Like, that's all I can say is it's bad.
Well, I did not watch the game, and I've intentionally not looked up clips of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm queasy.
It was one of those clips. It was one of those injuries where you saw it happen live, and then ESPN was not giving it to you in its entirety again.
Well, good, because that's not how they used to be.
And like you had. I can't remember, was it Fowler, I think, that was on the call last night for that particular game, and they had Buck and Aikman on the Broncos game. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Fowler last night. It was like, they're covering Tyreek's leg with a blanket. That's not a good sign.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, probably not. But, yeah, dislocated his kneecap and tore every ligament in his knee and done for the year.
You go back and watch, like, the game. I've gone back and watched it because I was not alive yet. But when Joe Theismann broke his leg.
Ugly. That is the sports injury that all their sports injuries get compared to.
Yeah, and the broadcast is like, let's see it again in slow motion from this angle.
Different era,
all
baby.
All right, one more time. Everybody watch this. And it's like, dude, this is...
Give him a heater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is the sports injury that all their sports injuries are compared to, I think, is Theismann's leg. Mm-hmm.
J Money, is that true?
What did J Money say? Said, on the text line, we're going back to K-pop. Rumi, Arden Cho from the K-pop movie, he graduated from the U of I.
She.
Rumi's the main character. Duh.
Rumi's the main character. Is that true?
I didn't know that.
First of all, well, okay, hold on, J Money, because Rumi has an acting voice and a singing voice. I think they're different.
I love how quickly you just went.
Are we going singing or acting?
K-pop Demon Hunters, gruesome sports injuries. K-pop Demon
Right
Hunters.
back. Yeah, that Kevin Ware tie from Assumption.
Oh my
that Kevin
goodness.
Ware Louisville injury, I think was like the first time that they were. Hey, we're not showing. We're not showing this.
No, and we watched again. That was a family setting. Like I watched that with my parents, and it was happened to be a day where everybody was together at my mom and dad's house watching. I think that was the tournament, right? That was March Madness.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy. Yeah. And
I mean, that was
remember blurting
Elite Eight,
out.
Sweet 16.
Yeah, I remember blurting out, "That's his bone." I remember blurting that out. That's his bone in his leg, and then you didn't see it again on TV.
Yeah.
And then weird trolls kept trying to share the video, which was a whole other thing. Stop doing that. Stop it.
Because when Sean Livingston had his,
Oof.
they were still showing it again
Yeah.
and again and again, which yeah, I'm too queasy. So when there's like knee or arm or something, there's that video for a while of like the kickboxers that kicked each other and their shins just wrapped around each other. And I still will wake up at some point in the night and be like, thinking about my shin. So
as you should be. You should always be thinking. You know who else that happened to?
Absolutely nobody.
That guy, Conor McGregor. It happened to him. And then Joe Rogan, as McGregor's sitting on the canvas or whatever with a broken leg, says, "I'll just sit down next to you and interview you," kind of thing.
How you doing, bud? What is broken?
Yeah.
That
was a good Connor.
Was that good? Yeah. They just popped up a stat in this. So as we're here, the Cubs are in the top of the ninth. They're up 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
They got 2 outs, so they're trying to wrap this up.
Mm-hmm.
And they just popped up a stat that the Padres are 0-35 when trailing in the 9th inning in the playoffs. So they've never had. I mean, that's interesting.
Well, I hope that continues as a Cubs fan. I hope they continue to have that luck throughout the postseason.
I know.
Patches on the text line. Crumry, Cincinnati O lineman. Oh, yeah, that's another one. That's terrible. Lindy on the text line. The closest thing to compare to my knee injury, let's see here. Foot kicked me in the gut, tore 3 ligaments, broke 2 bones, kneecap dislocated, hamstring. Oh, man.
Oh.
Dude. Lindy went through it, buddy. Did it running down a basketball court and tried to stop. I got one for you. Let's do this. Let's do sports injuries right now.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you ever? My injury was one that after it happened, this happened during a baseball game, my dad was on the field with me and he goes, "I haven't seen anything like that since Vietnam." And I was like 12. That's a true story. He said that. And I was like, "What's wrong with my leg? What's wrong with my knee?"
Oh, my gosh.
So this was, I think I was like 13. And this was Babe Ruth League baseball. And old school baseball fans and athletes will know that there used to be bags back in the 70s. They had like these O-rings on them that would clamp in place, and that's what held the bases in the ground. All right? Somebody, I don't know who it was to this day, left the O-ring unhooked at second base in the game I was playing. I smoked a ball into left center. And I take off, I go to slide into second, and it was like Captain Hook, just ended up with 188 stitches inside and out.
188 stitches?
That number, that is legit. They were dissolvable. It's look over here. This is the scar on my right knee here. Just a big old whoop. That bad boy. Just my knee's numb to this day. But yeah, it tore a lot in there. People always go, "Is that a football injury?" I'm like, "No, this was a freak baseball injury." And I had
Little League baseball.
No, I win.
Babe Ruth
League 13. And I had it was 25. I think it was 25 staples it took to close the knee, and it was one of those things like when it happened to me, instantly just the leg was numb, and I thought I broke it. All right, it turned out I didn't. I just tore stuff up pretty good. Somehow I didn't tear any of the major ligaments, but they had to completely repair stuff from the inside out.
You're bendy and flexible at that age.
I am not. I have never been bendy and flexible. Lindy says the pain Tyreek is feeling right now is not cool. No, it's not, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not.
That
was my big one. And one more little thing, like as they're taking me into the ER, I asked the nurse how they're going to numb it. Or I go, "Do I have to have surgery?" And she's like, sweetie, you're in surgery right now. I'd already had a couple of minor surgeries. She's like, you're in surgery right now. I'm like, well, how are they going to numb me? And she's like, they're going to give you shots. And I said, how many? She's like, I don't know, but I don't care if your mom and dad are here. You can cuss and swear as much as you want. And I think I got 8 shots in the knee before it finally was numb. But yeah, you best believe my mom heard her 13-year-old boy saying some outlandish stuff at Paris Hospital that night. It was
as
bad.
She's looking at your dad.
Yeah.
Just
where did he hear
what
that?
the?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah. I've never torn anything. I've never broken a bone except for my nose.
And that sucks too, though. And that because you can't breathe. And
it is. I still have.
Times.
I still have little bone jagged edges in my nose that you can feel.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I will, like, my brother-in-law right now this summer, he dislocated his knee and tore his ACL, and just had his surgery a couple weeks ago. And yeah, 10 out of 10 do not recommend.
No.
Text rolling in on the Max Twin City Recycling text line right now, 217-359-2255. We got lots of texts.
You know what they
say?
So
many texts, and you know what they're saying?
Tell me what they say.
You got a hotkey for this, don't you?
Yes, I do. Keep the drama going.
Cubs win, baby.
All right, there you go. That's what you get. We're the Cardinals affiliate here on ESPN 93.
We are, but we're all family.
Yeah,
and so we got, several texts coming in. Cubs win, Cubs win. I won't read all of them and all they say because we're not going to be mean to our friends. But, I've never had any major injuries like that. Just the broken noses and a few concussions.
I am Frankenstein, basically, from the waist down. The back surgeries, and I've had hip surgery and knee surgery, and then dumb ways you get hurt too. You're like, how did I manage to do that? You throw out your back, just sort of sneezing or something like that.
Do you know what is guaranteed safe though? 100% guaranteed safe.
What is that?
Is texting in to see if you can win Illini tickets.
Oh, you're not going to get hurt, or you shouldn't. And don't text and drive. I'll say that. Okay, that's how you
not driving.
Don't do that. Don't text and drive. That's a dumb decision.
Yeah, you're not going to get hurt doing that. So if you want tickets to the sold out Illinois Ohio State Hall of Fame game,
let's go, baby.
Hall of Fame.
Let's go.
I need to effort that list. Who are they putting into the Hall of Fame? You can text us at the Max Twin City Recycling text line, 217-359-2255. Text Illini, ILLINI. We got tickets to the Hall of Fame game. And I like Big Def's text here. Can we all get together and compare scars?
Like Captain Quint in Jaws is what he said. That's one of my favorite. You think that? And they just keep going and going. And then Quint gives the speech about all this screaming and pounding and hollering. And shark's eyes, they roll black white. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Love that movie. Love Jaws. It's
Nice.
it was one of my comfort horror movies. It's like some people get Shawshanked. You know, like Shawshank Redemption is on. That means they're just going to, okay, now I got to watch that. Not me, sir. Well, I'll watch Shawshank, but if Jaws is on, I'm going to watch that too. And the comparing the scars, Big Def, I'm 1,000% in on that one, man. Because there is something about that. Like, people are like, yeah, this is... And as someone that's had the back surgeries and all that mess, I can pick out other people that have had it too, because we all do these weird stretches, or you might just see us randomly fall over in public for no good reason at all. I'm like, oh, that guy's had a spine fusion done. Wonder if it's bone or metal he's got in his back.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, let me run through this. We're just going to the next one. I don't have a spine infusion, so
That's
I don't know what to do with that one.
You know, you just.
But now,
that's what
every
you do.
every time somebody falls down, now I'm just gonna be like, spine infusion.
And if they're a child, you don't want to assume. I mean, there are some kids that have had it, but most of the time, if it's a kid falling down, they're just clumsy. But if it's an adult, if it's an adult,
just a 3-year-old falls down, spine infusion.
You should start doing that.
Is that it?
Be like slug bug, no tag backs. Like spine infusion, no tag backs.
Okay, I have the list here of Hall of Fame inductees.
We talked to, yeah. Go ahead.
You want me to read the list real fast?
Well, it's a refresher as well for some folks, but yeah, go ahead.
Did we talk about it?
I don't know if you and I did per se.
Okay.
Per se.
I don't think we did.
Uncle Lon and I definitely talked about it.
Oh. Okay, well, just your refresher, your reminder.
But it is a really great list, and we're talking about it anyways for the Hall of Fame game.
Here we go. Your 2025 Hall of Fame class for the University of Illinois. You have Gene Vance from men's basketball and administration, of course. You got Scott Spezio. There you go, Cardinals.
All right.
Scott Spezio coming in for baseball. Joe Rutgins for football. Teresa Grins. There's a Illinois women's basketball legend.
Yep.
Meredith Hackett Kent. Kelly Baybridge, women's track and field. The great quarterback, Kurt Kittner.
Yep. And when it was announced, we talked with Kurt here on the drive. And,
yeah. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really good conversation a few months ago with Kurt Kittner.
Yep.
And the whole list. They will be at that Hall of Fame game on the 19th.
Yeah, we got Aspen Burkett.
Or is it
women's
the
track
12th?
and
I'm
field.
sorry. We're at Pia's on the 9th. I totally messed up the dates.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Mike Durkin, track and field. Jane Fonts Mansky, swimming and diving. And then, of course, men's basketball Illini great Kawani Garris, entering the Hall of Fame for 2025.
A little bit overdue, I would say. Cool to see Kwani get into the Hall of Fame. But yeah, everybody will be there for that game on the, let me get it right, the 11th. October 11th is the Hall of Fame game with Ohio State. And as Evan just mentioned, you want to score tickets to that one? Sold out. We got them. Pretty good seats. 217-359-2255. That is courtesy of our friends at Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza. I went and got some Parlor Donuts. Did I already tell you this yesterday that I grabbed a couple donuts?
No.
Oh, that's so good, dude. I got the
What'd you get?
I got the original one. All right, so that's kind of like their, not the glazed one, I guess, but I guess that is what it is.
Yeah,
but
sure.
the peanut butter one, that's the jam.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
It's called peanut butter?
It's I don't remember the name. I just said the peanut butter one. And the girl was like, "Okay, I got you."
I got you.
Yeah, man. So
that's
good.
the thing. They're so great there. You're just like, this is what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm. And now I got to get the Jets
I got
Pizza
it for
too.
you.
And you can get the Illini tickets courtesy of Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza.
Yeah,
Illini at
great people.
217-359-2255. We are due for a break. I want to double check real quick. We got to take a break here. I'm sorry, Evan. I know you're having some fun.
Wait,
I
no,
know.
they pay the bills. Come on. These are great sponsors.
We got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do some more Illini talk and more injury talk as well, because
Some good
apparently
texts.
we got a lot of
good texts.
people that have suffered some injuries on the text line like us. That's next on The Drive.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Rican from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up. Uh-oh. I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Hi, Randy Graham here with Curtis Orchard. We're honored by your votes in the News Gazette People's Choice Awards. You voted us best in agritourism. Thank you. Our mission is always to offer fun, educational farm experiences for every guest. Whether you love apple and pumpkin picking, outdoor fun, shopping the country store, or visiting our bakery or Flying Monkey Cafe, our hope is that you make memories with the ones you love. We can't wait to see you again this year. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, or curtisorchard.com. Again, thank you.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Sarah Champagne's been Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Hi, this is Les Hovland with Philo Exchange Bank. At our banks, we know the hearts of our communities beat with the rhythm of agriculture. Ag lending continues to be something we've excelled at for over 140 years. To you, the farmer, your business has been built on trusted relationships. When it comes to your banking relationship, we want to be your trusted partner.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Talking some injuries. We've had them. Some of them worse than others. Tyreek Hill, he had a rough one last night on Monday Night Football. That's kind of what spurred the conversation. A tough one. Dislocated his kneecap, and if I read the story correctly, tore all the ligaments in his knee. And got to have a major surgery. He'll be out the rest of the year, but plans on being back next year for the Dolphins. That's one of those things, too, man. Like, I hate to be that guy that brings up a player's age, but he's 31. He has relied on his speed his whole career. That's what's made him
tricky one.
Such an athlete and such a threat in the NFL. And then, that's one of those.
And he's already on the fence with Miami.
Yeah,
fans
talking about being
and
trade bait anyways. Yeah.
And I mean, it's already a little bit, I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
We've had a few people chime in with their injuries on the Max Twin City Recycling text line, sports related or otherwise. Doesn't have to be sports, because injuries are injuries when you get down to it.
Yeah, seriously.
Heath on the text line says, I have 2 plates and 9 screws in my left knee and leg from 16 years ago when I was riding a scooter and someone turned left right in front of me. Oh, dude. Yeah. Rough. You're doing you can't see Evan on the live stream, but he was kind of like he was using his hands like so to figure out the.
I was figuring out. Okay, he turned left, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happened. I did not get injured like that, but I was riding my bike one day and someone pulled out. I was riding past like an apartment complex.
Yeah,
and somebody pulled out over the sidewalk to like wait to turn.
Ew. And
right in front of me, and so I hit the front side of their car when they had stopped. I hit the front and flew over the hood.
Oh, dude!
And
you went airborne?
Yeah, and like, and
I don't mean to laugh. It was just the sound effect.
It was great. It was funny. I obviously didn't get seriously injured, but came over the hood and then came out, and the guy did the thing where he hopped out. It was 2 people, a guy and a girl, and the guy hopped out and said, "What are you doing?" And the girl hopped out of the passenger side and said, "That was your fault, you idiot," to the guy driver. So, are you okay, kid? I was like, I don't know. I think I'm fine.
I don't know. I'm just a child. I don't want anything to do with this.
Just a bit outside.
Just leave me alone.
I don't know. I don't want to get in between y'all's issues.
Oh. Lindy on the text line. ACL, PCL, LCL, MCL, meniscus. That's what Tyreek tore. So
that's a lot of CLs.
If there's a ligament left in there, bless him.
I thought the meniscus was the MCL. See, I'm not even a doctor. I just see M's and I'm like, oh, those are obviously the same thing.
Anterior, posterior,
ligament anterior,
meniscus anterior. I don't know.
Muscle anterior.
But I empathize with that injury because that's a rough one. That is, and again, it was one of those where if you saw it live, you went, "Oh man, what did I just see?" But they didn't show it in its entirety again. Tough stuff, man.
That's rough.
But it turns out a lot of us can empathize. A lot of us have been injured, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's a bonding thing right there. Sports injuries or injuries otherwise.
Bonding.
Here's a dumb one I got for you. It wasn't really a major injury, but I was in high school. It was, I think it was baseball practice. I know it was baseball practice. My friend Michael and I were warming up. We're throwing the ball back and forth. And Mike could throw pretty hard. Somebody yelled, "Hey, Curtis," at me as we're just playing long toss. I turned and looked. I got hit right in the neck. And the bruise looked like a giant hickey, and it wouldn't go away. So then my football coach at the time, once we got into weights, was like, "Damn, Curtis, what happened? You and your girlfriend, you dating Vampira or something? What happened to you, boy?" I heard that all the time for like 2 months. He's like, "No, it was just a baseball."
Just a baseball.
I don't think so, Curtis. I think you was playing tonsil hockey and that happened to you, boy. I think that's what happened to you.
The things that grown-ups used to say to kids.
A different era.
Saying.
Different era.
Just, yeah. Speaking of bonding, Pat texted in because he's trying to win tickets. He said, "I would love to take our 10 and 3-year-old to their first game for Ohio State."
Hey, there you go.
Best chance of that is texting in Illini.
Yeah.
217-359-2255. Another bonding thing. We mentioned this briefly off air.
Mm-hmm.
We got a minute or so?
We got one more break we got to take. But, yeah, we got a little bit of time.
Okay, I'm just here. Curtis runs the spaceship, and I'm just sitting in a chair.
I don't know whose idea it was to let me run this spaceship. But
we were talking about this briefly, about the differences in generations and being able to talk trash to each other.
Ooh.
And how different generations take it. And I feel like you're allowed to talk trash to your own generation, but if you talk up or down, it's immediately not okay.
Yeah, it's probably.
Do you see that?
No, I do. Yeah,
yeah. So when we are naturally doing a sports talk radio show, I think the hard thing about this is because when we get texts that come in here, it's like we don't know. We're all just
learning,
talking trash to each other.
It's a little bit of
that's fine.
That's sports. Yeah.
If you take anything personal out of a sports radio show, I would really love for you to go find a hug from someone consensually. Because you need it probably. Like, we're just sitting here having fun and talking. And I'm telling you right now, there is nothing you can text into this show that will offend me or hurt my feelings.
No, don't go that route because there'll be something that'll come in that'll offend me and hurt my feelings.
So, oh, yeah. Well, make sure you say, Evan.
Yeah. Insult Evan, not
your
me.
head looks like a cucumber.
I got enough.
It doesn't, but, you know.
I feel like you got your head is appropriate for the rest of you. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like it's
one of the best compliments I've ever gotten.
Yeah, like your head is, it's not too big or too small for the rest of you, for your body.
What makes life fun, and especially, I don't know if it's just our generation or whatever, but what makes life fun is like we can't hang out together, me and my friends, without making fun of each other and the sports teams that we like.
Yeah, I think that's a...
You know,
I think that's pretty normal. I think it's a pretty normal thing among buddies.
So
right?
Yeah, if I say your team stinks, just know that means I love you.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's all love.
And if you tell me that my team stinks, I'm just gonna assume it's because you love me.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's fair. There's
so the way to my heart is to talk trash about my team.
And see, now my brain's going to times when people I'd see whether that be in a sports bar or actually at a game. Where people would cross the line like they were going to fight over pro sports. Let me tell you something. If you've ever been in a fist fight over pro sports, over a team you root for because another fan was talking trash, you need to go to talk to a therapist or something. There's something.
Get that consensual hug.
Get the hug. There's something missing. Because I'll tell you what, like as an example, if I were to get into a fist fight with a Cardinals fan over the Cubs, Do you think Kyle Tucker or Pete Crow Armstrong know who the hell I am or care?
Not until it goes viral, baby.
Do you think they like, oh, look at this guy making all the other fans look bad? Like, don't do that.
I do know that there is a decent line because we have. When I think of Illinois football, I don't just think of Illinois football. I think of my dad. Because we went on. So there is something emotional and deep and personal that comes with fandom. A lot of our Cardinals fans, that when I say something about the Cardinals, they don't just see Cubs cards or whatever. They see the trips that they took with their grandpa.
Yeah, man.
They
Absolutely.
see walking into Busch Stadium, and now you're attacking that. And so I totally get that.
Yeah.
So when I understand that when I tell you the Cardinals suck. I get that. It's nothing personal. We're just friends, and I love you.
Terrible, dude. You're terrible.
So, yeah.
217-359-2255. We got to take one more break, and then we'll wrap it up. It's The Drive.
Pia's is your Chicago Bears game day headquarters with drink specials. $4 Miller Lights, 22-ounce drafts, and 16-ounce aluminum bottles. When our Illini play away, come watch the football game with other fans for a chance to win great prizes like Illini tickets, gear, and tailgating swag. Unwind after work with weekday happy hours from 3 to 6 p.m., including $3.50 16-ounce drafts, $4.50 wells, and $10.50 for pitchers. Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
Sarah Champagne managing partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18.2. We're going to sell it for $12.5.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad, built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's BERGtanksinc.com.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. It's been a lively one today. I'm loving it.
Okay, now I'm ready to fight.
That's Evan Stone. Oh, because of the text line?
Yeah, now a 217 number crossed the line, and I'm ready to fight.
Well, go ahead, because I responded to him directly, because it made me laugh.
Did you? Oh, yeah, that's the one you're laughing at. They said Disney Channel original movies are lame. Bro, like that.
They said, hey, Evan, Disney Channel
they directed
original
it. Yeah, I know. Now I'm ready. That crossed the line. If we had a line, that was it.
Love it. I love it so much. 217-359-2255 is your number. We've had a lot of fun talking Cardinals today as Chaim Bloom was introduced. I did. I had fun talking Cardinals and Cubs today. Chaim Bloom introduced as the new man for the Redbirds. And if you missed any of that, we'll have that for you in just a moment. Some of his presser from today. Also, Mo's farewell and being a vessel for Cardinals fans to just cut loose on their thoughts on the organization at 217-359-2255. And also, we talked gruesome sports injuries this hour.
Yeah.
Might carry that over to tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, well, Lindy's got a good topic for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah? What's Lindy got?
You ever been kicked out of a game before?
No, but
what was the line that got you kicked out? Now, obviously, we cannot say most of those on the radio.